All right, welcome back, Egyptologists, as we, zoom towards the finale of Doodling with Purpose. And you may have noticed, not just now, but kind of throughout the course, that we do a lot of repetition. And this is extremely deliberate because I've modeled this class after the way the scribes were taught in ancient Egypt, which was with a lot of repetition. You weren't even allowed to write on a wall for 9 years. We've only been going at this for like 2 or 3, maybe 4. What do you do? All right. So in the stem of repetition, I've been reviewing the past few weeks different combination phrases that you're going to see in Stella, things like the offering formula, things like what the offering formula provides. And, well, we've looked at multiple different Stella, both left and right, that say more or less the same thing, different versions of the offering formula, and that's been, again, very deliberate. That's an example you can see in that circle in black in the center, that determinative, that the circle with the X that's circled. Well, you remember that that is a determinative meaning a city. It seems like a small thing, but it really helps when you're looking at a huge stela to be able to recognize those and know that anytime you see that circle X, you're going to be reading the name of a city. All right, so let's move past the first 4 words here and look at the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th words in the top line. All right, so the 5th word, when we write that left to right, Harun Netter, great God. So again, one that we've seen before. Our 6th word is a single letter word, which we've also recently encountered, Nib. We saw that before Deju, the city. So when Nib appears before a noun, it means Lord of, or Lord. So we have another Lord of as the 6th word. And the 7th word, if we have Lord of, you're going to expect it's going to be another town. And again, that's why I deliberately draw your attention to, and the repetitive nature of this is that seeing that circle with an X helps jog your mind that you're reading the name of a town. In this case, Abydos. A-B, then sort of a W-U sound. Abydos. So when you're translating ancient Egyptian towns into modern English, it's a little tricky. All right, so we have 2 different towns, Daiju and Abydos. So in this particular stela, we are saying that this great Egyptian is the Lord of Abydos and the Lord of Dishon. So that's why we get that repeated twice there. All right, next we have a pronoun and a verb. So we have he, the snake with the viper with the horns, and then the verb to give, die. So we have F, or die equals F. So remember the reverse Egyptian word order would be gives he, as opposed to in English, we would say he gives. But again, we're seeing pronoun and verb combination. All right, as word number 8. And then word number 9 there, the thing that looks kind of like a Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors, that's a lotus leaf, which is pronounced ha and is the symbol for 1,000. So as we're dealing with an offering, we have an offering that the king gives to Osiris, Lord of Deju, Lord of Deju, Lord of Abydos, great God, Lord of Abydos. He gives, meaning the person who's the Lord of these 2 cities, 1,000. Hence, we're now going to get a list of things that he gives. Again, very similar to what we did in the reverse version. So here I've split the second line up into the different words. So now here I've labeled them. So we've got words, 9, 10, 11, 12, etc., etc. And, let's try to read them, 1 through to 13 there. So here I have, and I've written them left to right, as opposed to this stela is right to left, to make it easier for us English majors. And you can try pausing the video or keep going, and you'll see how they correlate with the numbers below. So this is definitely also a good time to pause and sort of zoom in on your screen if you can, and you'll see how where I've divided up the sentence into individual words, then we can put them in the correct left to right order to help read it. We can transliterate it. And so what we're doing is we're calling out all of the things there's 1,000 of bread, of cattle, of beer, of fowl, of linen, of alabaster, all things good and pure on which a god lives. A phrase we are very familiar with. And again, deliberately doing that. In this case, we're reading left to right. So here we've got the whole phrase written right to left. A offering a god gives to Osiris, great lord of Daiju, great god, lord of Abydos, gives 1,000 of bread, cattle, beer, fowl, linen, alabaster, great lord, everything good and pure on which a god lives, for the ka of the revered one. So see if you can pause that one and break that whole sentence out there and understand the connection between the glyphs, the individual words, and the full sentence. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week as we head into our final review of Doodling with Purpose. Thanks for watching.